Every day has its own challenges, isn't it?
So I was always curious to try. There are several videos that caught my eye, and they were kinda different than the others, and that's why they caught my eye. So what's happening is usually what they suggest that a video should be like 10 minutes long, and that's it. 9 to 11 minutes, but 10 minutes is the best time. And these videos were longer, 30-40 minutes, and basically the idea was that the person who uploaded it, the user, they were talking until they fall asleep. And usually occasionally there were some fast forward in it, so it wasn't 40 minutes. Sometimes it took them maybe 3-4 hours to fall asleep, but it was very interesting and I really wanted to do that. Obviously I'm not a person who would do such a thing in few hours. For me, because when I was younger we went out every week like 4 times, so basically it was completely normal not to sleep for 3-4 days in a row. We worked like 10-12 hours, we went out and then went back to work. So for me it was much more interesting to do this challenge for days and days and days, and just to see how long I can do it. So as I was going to different meetings in the city, every single day I wanted to do a scene video. But what happened is, as I was getting tired, I was very interested, very interested that how I'm gonna handle it. Maybe I'm going to put the robot pilot on or something like that. But no, nothing like that. Nothing like that. When I sat down, I didn't doze off. I didn't think that I should sleep somewhere for like 5-10 minutes or take a break. No. It was sort of like, I get the energy from somewhere else, always different places. And last time, in the last few hours of the challenge, it came from a very interesting place. It was sort of like, I would call it anger, and it gave me quite a good clarity. So that was cool. I learned something about myself. But the problem was because the energy coming from a different source, it didn't really it was not a good match with creativity. So in the last few hours I completely forgot to turn on the camera at all, so basically 2 scenes missing. But I did the challenge and it was great. Thank you.
Well, good morning. Well, it's not really morning anymore, but it's definitely rush hour in the underground and on the roads. Yeah, I can tell you that. So what's happening here and now, that basically in these 3 days altogether I have 3 hours of sleep scheduled, basically 3 hours, because what happened is yesterday for some reason I woke up so early. I think I slept a couple of hours and that's it, and then work all night, and then I'm going for meetings, and then there will be a lunch, and then work again, and then that's it in 3 days. So yeah, we'll see. Basically I'm up already for almost 24 hours. So the first 24 hours is done, and 24 hours to come. Well, we see. It was quite an unwise thing to do, to change all my schedule and drink 5 coffees for no reason at all. It just because I knew that I cannot sleep, and then the next day I have no chance to sleep. Then it's like basically my whole body was like kind of feeling in a way that it's already, I don't know, like the 4th day or something. Yeah, it was very unwise. I should have maybe go for one coffee and that's it. And the second day, the usual amount, and then on the last day, maybe what I usually drink and maybe one more. But not like tons of coffee on the first day. That was like seriously unwise. You know, because it gets you up there, and you know what's up? That we are coming down very soon. Well, I'll keep you posted. Getting a little bit of sunshine. Yeah, good. So we had this meeting, we had a little bit of get together. I skipped the lunch, I skipped the food because you know when I'm tired I just don't want to eat anything. But it was fun, and you know, it was something that was definitely I didn't want to miss. And the other thing I'm really curious about it, about that how my body can handle this little challenge than staying awake for 3 days in a row. So, well, right now I have like 2 hours where I can do whatever I want. Normal people would go to sleep, I think, and I'm not gonna do that. I'm getting some sunshine right here, and then I'm going to watch Pam and Tommy, you know, the Pamela Anderson series, and then we'll see. But definitely for me, I know my body. For me, it's definitely not good that I go to sleep for an hour or half an hour. Some people, it's good. For some people it works, but it definitely wouldn't work for me. So, Pamela Anderson, keep me awake. Okay, I can report that I handled the things pretty well. All things considered. You know what I'm looking at right now? Just opposite there's sort of rooftop bar. Yeah, a rooftop bar. And there are people in it at this time of the day enjoying themselves. The question is, why am I not there? You know, this is a historical moment. I understood what the person felt the first time who came up with the idea of taxation. Look, right now you're looking at the sky. Until now, you know, I was sunbathing. And now everything, in a matter of seconds, turned to gray. And it's raining and it's windy and it's basically a proper storm. No wonder it took 20 minutes to order something through the app. Alright then, so this is 2:30 in the morning. I was turning left, turning right, you know. Try to level the mobile phone I'm recording with. You know, I lift it up a little bit, tint it downwards. But then I said, you know, I haven't slept for quite a long time. It's going on 36 hours, I think. I didn't count. But if it's not 36 hours, no worries, because soon it will get to that. So it will be more than 48 hours until I get to bed. And that was, oh, the light just gone, but don't worry, I'm still here. So that was my decision, because I wanted to try myself as well, you know, challenge the body, challenge the mind. And actually it's okay at the moment. It's still okay, and everything functioning perfectly except the light. But of course I could have thought of that earlier. Sleeping, man, sleeping. No, it's okay. I think I'm gonna make one more video when I reach to 48 hours, and that's it. Or maybe, no, You know what I wanted to show you, and basically it's not even bad. It's like, you know, the light went out in an exact the right time because I wanted to show you the moon. But I looked through the window and the moon is exactly on the other side of the building, so I can't show you that right now. But it's beautiful, very, very, very bright, which is a little bit weird. And we talked about this many, many, many times before, that it's a very big city. London is a big city, very, you know, polluted air, and still you can see the night sky, you can see the moon. Back where I'm come from, well, it's very hard to see anything at all. But tonight the moon is beautiful. So it's 2:30, and I'm going to make one more video when we get to the 48th hour. The funny thing is that right now I'm reading a newspaper online, digitally, from August. And you might ask that why do I read a newspaper from August when it's February? Well, the reason is that I decided as another challenge to read a newspaper cover to cover. And basically I kinda fall behind because you know what happened in August? For a month, for like 4 or 5 weeks, I moved to a place where I never been to, and I haven't heard anything at all, not good, not bad. And that was Hungary, south of Hungary. And I moved there. I took a flat just for myself, no flatmates, nothing like that, right in the middle of the city. And I lived there, and even though I had my mobile phone with me, with Spotify, with Disney Plus, with Netflix, with all sort of stuff, I got a message. Most of them came immediately, that because I'm in a different region, I'm not in Kansas anymore. Dorothy, we are not in Kansas anymore. Yeah, the messages said that basically because I'm in a different region, I'm going to lose the access to my content I was paying for. So basically I was paying for Disney Plus. I couldn't use it at all for a month. And you remember, oh my god, if you remember the videos I made that time, I didn't want to stay just for 1 month. I wanted to stay much longer than that. But you know, all this situation that started March 2020 in Europe, it started March 2020. It was just dragging on and on and on. So after 1 month, I said, okay, thank you, bye. And I came back here to London. So that's why this video is taking place here, and it's 2:30. And I'm going to make another video when we reach 48 hours. Not sleeping at all. But you know, I very, very much focusing on keeping my attention, you know. For example, I read the magazines, and then I do some work, and then I watch the Disney Plus series, Pam and Tommy. And actually, there was a scene, I wanted to talk about that scene. It's the mean cute, when the two characters meet. Well, anyway, they are real characters, of course, real personalities. The first time they meet, and that is a very, very special scene. It could be in a movie, you know, not a series on a streaming service. So the scene, it's in the nightclub, and they look at each other, and that's it. That's the scene. Nothing else. That's it. They look at each other. That's it. No talk, nothing. They just look at each other, and they know that it's gonna be a relationship, and it's gonna last longer than an hour, longer than a night. And I really felt that scene. I can tell you that I really felt it. You know why? because this is exactly what happened to me, what happened to us when first I got into a relationship. And still, many people come to me, I'm talking to the millennials and stuff, some people, they never dated and things like that. And actually, I could not answer that question. Have I dated or no? Because we just looked at each other and that's it. The relationship is just years and years and years and going and going, counting and counting. Have I dated? Was it a date? Love at first sight. Is it a date? So it's 2:30. And when I reach the 48 hours, I report back to you. But until now, everything's going good. I'm still well awake. Okay, bye.